Hello, uh, welcome to the machine learning course. So today we will discuss on optimization in machine learning and deep learning model. So basically I will discuss the following topics in this video, and is why optimization is required in machine learning, what is convex and what is non-convex functions or objective functions, what is gradient based optimizations, and what is the status of optimization in deep learning architecture. Okay. The goal of machine learning and deep learning is to reduce the difference between the predicted output and the actual output. And this is also called a cost function and a loss function. So the basic concept is that for every training instance, you compute the predicted output. Okay, you predict the output, and then you find out a difference or some loss between this predicted output and this ground truth, and this difference is called a loss function. It could be anything. For regression, it sometimes it is usually the square error, and for classification it is cross entropy loss usually considered. We know that, right? And then how we compute the cost function? You just sum it over all the training examples, and then you take the average by taking the total number of samples in training instances in your training set. And since your predicted output is a function of the model parameters, suppose the weight vector and the bias, so your cost function will be also a function of this weight and bias. And the objective of your training algorithm is to find out a optimal value of this weight and bias for which this cost function, this value of the cost function will be minimum. And because that's why then only we will get a optimal model which will always give us the minimum error when we predict some new instances, right? Predict the output for some new instances. And so for some very few machine learning algorithms such as linear regression, we can find out this optimal value of this W and B, suppose this model parameters W star and B star, suppose they are optimal values, we can compute them by using closed form equation, that is also called normal equation, and by using the SVD method approach, that is also called singular value decomposition approach. And that is an exceptional case for linear regression only, where we can find the closed form, we can use the closed form equation to find out the optimal parameters. But in most of the cases, most of the machine learning models will not get any closed loop equation. Okay, so we cannot find out mathematically just using an equation what is the optimal parameter for a cost function. Okay, so what is the solution? The solution is very simple. The solution is to employ the optimization algorithm. Okay, and so with this, let's dig into how, let's see what is lies beneath the training of a machine learning algorithm. But when in practice, when you use machine learning for any project, usually you don't bother about much about what is the optimization algorithm, okay, that is running beneath the machine learning model, because scikit-learn ML model will generally not require you to actually know the stuff how this optimization actually occurs, but maybe just set some tuning parameters. It takes care of the rest. Okay. So for example, if you train SVM without knowing any mathematics in scikit-learn, you just feed the data, you just set some parameter, what is the kernel type, and move on. Okay, and rest of the things will be taken care of the scikit-learn library. Okay, and similar things is also applicable for TensorFlow models or using other libraries like PyTorch or Keras. Okay. So that being said, knowing some basic optimization can be helpful in algorithm or problem design and analysis, especially if you are working on some theory stuff, some hardcore theory stuff in machine learning, or implementing some optimization algorithms yourself. Okay, so it's better to know something what is under the hood. Okay, so let's see what is lies beneath the training of a machine learning algorithm. So first of all, we have to define a cost function. Okay, we have to define a cost function. So let's see that what is the anatomy of a learning algorithm. Okay, so first of all, we have to define a cost function or error function. Then we have to select a optimization criteria based on that loss function. And thirdly, we have to set a optimization routine that leverages the training data to find a solution to the optimization criteria. Okay. So this cost function, also called the objective function of the optimization algorithm. Okay. So let's see what we mean by optimization in general. Okay. So optimization is basically refers to the task of either minimizing or maximizing some function fx like this, or it can be anything. Suppose this is a one-dimensional function with independent variable x. Okay, so the optimization means either minimizing or maximizing this function fx by varying this independent variable x, and you have to find out this minima or maxima. But in general, we suppose in this context we will discuss the minimization thing. Okay, so we will find out a x for which this function, this value of this function of will be minimum. Okay, and this is mathematically defined with this way: this x star equal to argument minimum of fx. Oh, so we usually phrase most optimization problem in terms of minimizing fx, or in the other way around, you can say that maximization may be accomplished by a minimization algorithm by minimizing the minus of fx. Okay, so minimizing fx means maximizing minus of fx. Okay, so this is a one-dimensional function. So simply we can plot a two-dimensional function also. Okay, so that is f of xy, and that would be if we plot the landscape in a surface, then we'll see like this. It is a nonlinear surface, highly nonlinear surface, and so its landscape will be like this. So okay, and if in machine learning your this cost function or objective function will be basically will be with many higher dimension. It will have many higher dimension because your system, your model will be having so many parameters, and that would be function of so many parameters, and that would be a function of basically your weight matrix and the bias, right? And there are so many parameters, so it would be much more complex. Okay, so it's just like example of two-dimensional loss function. Now let's see one of the most important or popular optimization algorithm in machine learning, that is called gradient based optimization. So if you read the modern literature on machine learning, you will see that you often encounter the reference to gradient descent or stochastic gradient descent. And these are two most frequently used optimization algorithms used in cases where the optimization criteria is differentiable. Optimization criteria means your objective function is differential, your cost function will be differentiable. Okay, so gradient descent is an iterative optimization algorithm for finding the minimum of a function. And to find a local minimum of a function using gradient descent, you have to start from some random point like this. You will just start from a random point like this, and then you take steps proportional to the negative of the gradient or approximate gradient of the function at the current point. So you will just take the smaller steps towards the minimum, and you will find the minimum this way. And this is the basic essence of gradient based optimization, because in every step you are going towards the minimum. Okay, so now in gradient descent, the most important parameter is the learning rate, that is the step size. So most important parameter in gradient descent is size of the steps determined by the learning rate hyperparameter. And if the learning rate is too small, then what will happen? Then the algorithm will have to go through many iterations to converge to the minimum, right? So if your learning rate is very small, what will happen? It will take many more steps to converge to the minimum, and so you will need many number of iterations to converge, and which will take a enormous amount of time. Okay, and which is not desirable. And on the other hand, what can happen is that if the learning rate is too high, then what will happen? If learning rate is too high, you might jump across a valley and you may end up on the other side. You may start from here, and then you may start from here, and then you could jump here, and then again you could jump here, then again you could jump here, and you will just eventually it will jump back and forth around the global minimum, and you will not find the global optima at all. Although if you run it for a very longer time, then also you will not find a optimal solutions because your learning rate is not properly chosen. So learning rate is a very important thing in gradient descent algorithm. Okay, the gradient descent is an optimization algorithm, and you can apply this optimization algorithm to any type of objective function, and the shape of the objective function could be of any type. It could be like this, it could be like this, or anything. Now the question is that, can the gradient descent be used to find the optimal parameters for any function? And the answer of this question is that no, not necessary. The gradient descent is guaranteed to find the global minimum if and only if your objective function is convex in nature. Okay, so gradient descent will find the global minimum if the learning rate is properly chosen and if wait for long enough. That means you will run it for more number of iterations, and if your learning rate is properly chosen and your objective function is convex in nature, then only it will find the global minima. Okay, so gradient descent can only find the optimal parameters for any convex objective function, for not all objective function. Now, obviously the basic question comes, what do you mean by object or convex function? Okay, so convex function can be very easily defined. That convex function, which means that if you pick any 2 points on the curve, okay, and the line segment joining them, suppose I pick these 2 curves and line segment joining them never cross the curve. Okay, you can choose any 2 curve, okay, any 2 curve like this, and it will not cross the curve again. So if your objective function is like this and you will choose any 2 curve, and you will see that it is not, this curve is, this line segment joining them is not intersecting the curve again. Okay, so this is called convex function. This type of function is called convex function. Mathematically we can express that in different way, but I am not going into that thing, but the simple thing is that. And another definition also, you should know that what is convex function. Convex function is that your local minima is local minima equal to your global minima. So for convex function, the local minima equal to global minima. Okay, so this is the basic definition of convex function. So let's see another type of convex function. So both are convex function. Okay, but this is not a convex function. This is a non-convex function. Okay, so for non-convex function, you could have different minima. You could have numerous minima along the signal dimension or function dimension, and you will have different minima, and one will be different local minima, but there will be one global minima. Okay, usually. So for non-convex function, your local minima is not necessarily equal to a global minima. Okay. Now let's see what will happen if we apply gradient descent to a non-convex objective function like this. So this is a non-convex objective function. So what will happen, you will start, you are supposed to find this global minimum, but you are not guaranteed, it is not guaranteed that you will find this global minimum. You may start at a local minimum, right? Because this is an iterative algorithm, and you may start from this side and you may get stuck at this local minimum. Okay, or you might have some plateaus like this where your learning rate, thus you apply same learning rate and you will not even go to this global minima if you start from this point, if your learning rate is too small. So there is no guarantee. Okay, so you run it for so many iterations that whether you will find this global minima or not, there is no guarantee. So that is the problem of gradient descent algorithm. if you apply this on non-convex function, there is no guarantee that you will find the global minimum. Okay. So, optimization algorithms like this gradient descent, may fail to find the global minima when there are multiple local minima like this. And in the ideally you want to find this global minima, but you may end up in a local minima, and you will think that this is my global minima, and you just think that it is a non-optimized model. You will end up with a non-optimized model. Okay, so back to our machine learning algorithms and their corresponding objective functions. So in traditional machine learning models such as linear regression, logistic regressions, or SVM, we can see that all the good news about this objective of their objective function is that all these objective functions are convex in nature. So we can apply the gradient descent algorithms to find the optimal model parameter, right? So you can see that. So basically we have formulated that. So the result of the optimization algorithms are your model parameters up to training. Okay, so we can find out, we can apply the gradient descent and we can find out the optimal parameters for their objective function, if because they are all convex objective function, and we know that the gradient descent will find the global minima if the objective function is convex in nature, right? So usually for linear regression, logistic regression, and all this machine learning algorithm, the gradient descent is applied. But for SVM, the kernelized SVM or linear SVM, this is convex optimization function, but with some constraint. So these are all constraint optimization function, objective function, and the constraint convex objective function, if we apply gradient descent, that would be very slow. So that's why some different methods is used, that is called quadratic programming based optimization function, quadratic programming based solver or optimization algorithms. So QP, the quadratic programming, is used to find the solution of the kernelized SVM and linear SVM. But you can apply gradient descent on the linear SVM, but that would be very slow compared to the quadratic programming based optimization. So it is better to use quadratic programming based optimization on constant objective function. So with this I am going to stop this video. In the next lecture I will discuss the optimization in the context of deep neural network, and I will discuss how we can express the objective function in the context of deep neural network and how optimization can be applied. So thank you for watching. Thank you.